Hello, my name is Anastasia and I'm a professor at Moscow City University. Today I'd like to show you my typical weekday with classes and other activities, and in contrast my weekend and how I spend my free time. So without further ado, let's get to it. First, we'll have a glimpse at my weekday, starting from the morning routine, which is quite typical. When I have classes, I usually wake up early and get ready for my work. It's very important to have a good spirit for the day. Although I normally have breakfast at home, it's sometimes good to drop by a cafe near my work to have coffee with a croissant. Luckily, there are several nice spots nearby with a cozy atmosphere. A good book is also welcome to share my breakfast with, even if there is time only for one chapter. Sometimes I also have coffee to go or pour it in my thermomug to keep it warm longer. It's highly recommended for university professors to come at least 10 minutes before the classes start. I don't mind this rule as it gives you a chance to prepare all the materials, check the classroom equipment, and do some extra work. I usually have classes at the same classroom, which is very convenient. As for the break time, my colleagues and I often gather in the same place to have lunch. There is a kettle there and we've brought our personal cups to make tea or coffee. As for the food, I try to bring some packet lunch from home or buy some snack if no time. We also bring something tasty to celebrate birthday and other special occasions. This classroom is also kind of a storage for our educational materials like textbooks, handouts and other equipment, so we don't need to bring everything from home each time. We also use the textbooks of our own authorship during the classes. Okay, lunchtime is over and I go back to my work. Within the discipline called Planning the Educational Process of Teaching English, my students study various modern technologies, for example, Singapore technologies. As they are mostly based on collaboration, I divide the students into small groups and ask them to present one of the technologies. The students enjoy such activities when they pretend to be school children, as they have a chance to relax a bit. So my classes with bachelor students usually finish at 3:30 in the afternoon. After that I may go home or have some more things to do. By the way, the main place where I work now is at 1905 Goda station, which is also the center of Moscow. Sometimes I explore this area, which has many beautiful buildings of historical and cultural heritage. Look at this monumental Catholic cathedral, which is just a 5-minute walk from the university. It reminds me of some mysterious stories. There are usually not so many people inside, which gives you a unique chance to find peace and quiet not only around but also inside you. That day I also had evening classes with master students, which was a great challenge. Sometimes I visit other locations within our big university system. For example, to be a member of a committee during different contests and other events. I used to work in this place as well. As I mentioned in my previous vlog, I also have spare days during the working week, but they're mostly full of class preparation or different online meetings and lectures. And this is the stamp which I bought to mark the students' copybooks with lectures and other tasks. So this is how I do it. I asked one of my students to record me. Whoops. My weekday evenings are also quite typical. I can do some reading, but mostly it's just watching some TV series together with my husband. We recently finished How I Met Your Mother, and now it's time for Suits. We are on season 4 now. Speaking of my weekday routine, it's also worth mentioning different extracurricular activities, of which are many, both offline and online. This academic year we introduced a new and very interesting format of students' reflection, stand-up. Last semester we organized pedagogical stand-up dedicated to school practice experience, and this time it was scientific stand-up, when the third-year students shared their experience of taking part in various conferences and writing scientific papers. This format of public speaking helps students overcome some problems and express their ideas and creativity. By the way, some professors, including me, also took part in stand-up and made up funny memes about our experience. This is one of them. Another event was Battle of Speakers, when our students prepared 3-minute talks on any topic. It's a great chance to train both your English and oratorical skills. Within our English club, we try to organize different events connected to the English culture, including meetings at the university library. Recently, it was a Shakespeare tea party when the participants recited Shakespeare's sonnets and parts from his plays. I also prepared a bit. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have the exits and the entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. Now let's turn to my weekend activities and see how I spend my free time. I can call myself a theatre goer, as I truly admire visiting different theatres and enjoy their productions. Recently I've discovered a troupe called The Flying Banana, who staged some plays in English. We chose The Canterbury Ghost, which was kind of a musical. As for other activities, when home I prefer watching some good films and TV series. That weekend I decided to re-watch my favorite adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, with charismatic and noble Colin Firth as Mr. Darcy. When the weather is fine, we try to have one-day trips to the country for a change of scene. Just observing the nature in all its seasons and states gives you a great feeling of being alive. By the way, we are planning to build a country house in this place to have more connections with the peace and quiet of natural surroundings. Of course, we sometimes socialize and meet our friends to spend time together. Our board games collection is quite impressive, the latest game played being Uno. We play, chat and just enjoy the tasty food. So I guess that's all I wanted to share with you today about my typical lifestyle. Let me know if you like this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time!